Change. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the program today. Welcome to the 360 opinion. We are back like we always do. Um, I welcome every one of you to my program. I know it's been a while that we come online. Like I always said, every time we have time, we're going to always come and talk about Nigerian LLC. I know sometimes it's hard to keep track of what is going on in the country, but at the same time, we're going to always find time to come online and talk about what we see, what we know. Uh, I greet every one of you that's joining me wherever you're joining me from. Uh, I say good morning, good afternoon to you. I'm still your guy, Mr. Opinion. I don't want to take much of your time today. I just want to respond to the question some people ask me about the uh, our new president uh, disqualification in tribunal. Like I said, uh, nothing good, nothing special is going to come out of the tribunal. So because of that, we're going to uh, talk about it. I'm going to share my own opinion about what is going on. Just give me 1 minute and we're going to talk about what is going on in Tribuna. I have a few that I'm going to play for you that's going to explain a little bit about the disqualification. So, uh, people ask me, what did I think about that tribunal case that the Tinubu, our new president, witnessed come to tribunal and mess up things. I said, regardless of what he said in tribunal, either he messed it up or he said the truth, nothing special is going to come out of it. I have the reason for that. Many people might not understand how the system works. The president Tinubu right now in Nigerian is the most powerful person. Not only because he has enough money to buy anybody and anyone has a price. The second thing now is he has the government power now. Not only the money, he has the power of diplomacy. And every other country always respects that power, regardless of who is in the position of that power. It doesn't matter how bad, how crook that person might be. They always respect that office. So now that he has all the power in his hand, that means he can do and undo. Everything that is going on in tribunal is just going to be a kind of a film, like a film. Nothing special is going to come out of it. Like I said, tribunal are just a group of body that had their own life to live to. And trust me, there's a pressure on them behind the closed door that many of us did not see. They are putting pressure on them to make sure the case go in Tinubu's way, regardless of the any evidence that anybody can brought to life. It's not going to count because they believe that Nigerian has divided into separate parts, and they understand that a group of people that they are not united, they can't defeat the government. because regardless of the outcome, Tinubu will have his own supporter that will be defend the outcome of the tribunal. The other part of the political will have their own supporter that will be crying. So they understand that divided house cannot stand. So they not worry about the tribunal, if tribunal is going to do something or not. They are not worried about that. They understand that there's nothing tribunal will do. Tribunal will try or as much as possible to say, hey, what can we do to get it right? But because there's a pressure on them from the people in power, so these people are so powerful to the extent that even the people, the judge in tribunal, are scared to say the truth. If anybody wants to know, that is why it's easy for its witness, Tinubu witness, to come to the tribunal and give up. I have a video I'm going to play to you to collaborate what I'm saying. Okay, I'm just trying to put this camera together. Sorry for that. Is that better? Okay. I have a video that I'm going to play for you that's going to collaborate what I'm talking about. You might not know, but there's a video. I have one of our brother, Net Media. He always put all these things together for us. He always do the good job. I always give the kudos to him because he always analyze some question that some people always want to ask about the tribunal. But in my own opinion, like I said, for those of you that's watching me, please subscribe, like the program, share it. They're always asking me to share my opinion. Like I said, in this program, it's all about our own opinion and we have right to it. As I have right to my opinion, you also have right to your own opinion. You can share your opinion. Nobody will hold you for that, as long as you don't accuse anybody. In my opinion, I don't see anything special coming out of the tribunal. Sorry. I don't see anything special coming out of the tribunal. You may ask me why. Like I always said, the judiciative, legislative, and executive, they are all the same group of people that I always call the Board of Trustees of Nigerian LLC. They sleep together. They do things together. So don't expect any surprise to come out of it. When you want to hear surprise or something good that may come out of the judiciary or judiciative or legislative, you can see at the state level. You know why? Because we have a different state. So they can use some states as a scapegoat to show that the judiciary is performing. And then they can use some states to benefit themselves to get the abracadabra they want to get. But when it comes to the national level, like a federal level, trust me, nothing's going to come out of the tribunal. Don't get it wrong. See, if anything, for any reason, come out of the tribunal, that might be a big surprise, which nobody's. I don't expect anybody to expect that, because if tribunal head up to follow the all the evidence that we even citizens have seen by ourselves, we have heard it, we have seen what is going on very clearly. If tribunal has to follow those evidence, they say, okay, for what we see, we can truly collaborate that this is real. If tribunal can do that, guess what? It's gonna be a magic. It's gonna be like something that's never happened in Nigeria before. That is why it's so hard to happen. Like I always say, stuff like that can only come as a miracle. Which one the Christian people always say it's a miracle, something that will never happen, that's never expected, just sure. Even we all see the results. We all see the evidence that the boards APC, PDP bring to the table. And so fortunate that when the INEC comes to defend the election, they can't even bring anything to the table. They can't even bring the result that they used to announce the winner, to say, hey, this is the evidence. They can't even say this is the evidence that we used to announce the winner. So if they can't even bring the evidence that they used to announce the winner, like, okay, take this evidence, this is what we use, this is how we accumulate the result, this is how we had this together, and this is how we end up to get these results to announce the president. If they can do that, what make you think, in our own belief, that they're going to win the case? If not that the judiciary is so corrupt. The both APC and INEC only bring two witnesses. That is their defense. Even one of their witnesses, even one, they call it a lawyer from New York or from US, that say he has a practice license to practice federally in US, but he don't have any state license. I've never heard of that. That you are a lawyer in the United States, you have an interstate practice federally, but you don't have a state license. You don't have a state office. You don't have a physical location where you base in the United States, and you are practicing law. So shocking. Never heard of that before, but you can hear anything from these people. They even ask him this ID card to show that I'm a legal practitioner, lawyer, legal practitioner in the United States. He bring the complimentary card. Anybody can print the complimentary card. Anybody can say, this is my complimentary card. No ID card. He calls himself a member of the bar association. That's a voluntarily. Anybody can be member. Once you have passed the law school, you can join the members. It's a voluntary organization. Joining doesn't mean you are practicing law in the United States. You just join because you are graduate from the law school and become a member. So this are the group of people they brought as an evidence, the defense. So they brought two people. They brought one guy that is working in the INEC office, one of their, I think it's second in rank or something, that work in the ITC. That's one flawed everything because he admits to every single question the Labour Party lawyer asking. He admits to everything. The same thing this Tinubu defense, this senator they brought. He admits to the crime that our president commit in the United States. In United States, there's no any small crime like, oh, this crime is so small. No, there's no small crime. In United States, if you shoplift just a candy of $1, it's a crime. If you decide not to pay your tax when it is due, it's a crime. If you defraud a tax, it's a crime. Those are little crime that you can think it's a small crime. It's a big offense. And those are low level crime. If you have a speeding ticket and you don't pay it becomes a crime. Just a speeding ticket. You haven't even get involved in any drugs yet. It's just a speeding ticket. It becomes a crime. If you harbor someone that carry a drug or dealing with the drugs into your house, it's a crime. You're not involved, you just harbor, like that person was living with you and you don't know. You are part of syndicate, you are part of the crime. Talk less of doing the transaction with them, helping them to keep money, or you the one doing that deal. It's a crime. Either you run away or not. Either they was able to arrest you or not. It's a crime. There are many drug dealers in the United States that run away, that was not be able to get, that the government was not be able to catch them. They run away, but they know where their property is. They seize all their property. They took them to court. Prove it that all the property they have, all this money, come from this drug or narcotic or something that they are pursuing. And the court will listen to them. And court will ask them where he is. If they say, oh, we can't find him, run away. Okay. Who is representing him? Well, he sent a lawyer. At that time, he must have a lawyer that represents him. And if the lawyers agree, like, okay, my client can't show up, but he tried to give away everything that you guys trying to seize, he give it up in exchange for his freedom. The government will thinking in the way of like, okay, let's just take that stuff, that property, so that we don't lose. Even though he make the money, he make this property through those illegal money. So we just seize it and turn it to the government stuff. He has give up. That is what they will do. That's what the forfeiture means. If the IRS, if you own the IRS money and you don't pay, they put the lien on your house, and the IRS want to arrest you for not paying the tax or frauding the tax, and you say, you know what, I just gave up the house in exchange for whatever my tax. The IRS will say, okay, for your crime, you have to do the you commit a crime, you give up your house in exchange for your pardon. That doesn't mean you did not commit a crime. You commit a crime. You just use your house to pay for your fine of the crime that you committed. If you have a speeding ticket and you don't pay, it become a crime, the judge will ask you, do you want to go to prison for 3 months or 2 months, or you want to serve a community, you want to do the community service? If you pick the community service, they will give you how many hours of community service. That's what you use to pay for your crime. That doesn't mean they take you to jail. They give you the freedom so you can live in your house and do your business, but you do the community service in exchange for your crime, instead of the jail time. Because every jail time always have an option once you don't kill people. Once it's not a murderer stuff or high risk stuff, there is always another option to your jail time. They say either you pay a fine or so amount of the jail time. That is how it works. The same lawyer come to the court and tell the judge, admit to that crime. I'm going to play you a video. You're going to watch that video. When you watch the video, how this brother analyzed everything. It's a long video. It's not that long video. I think it's like an 8-minute video. It's worth to watch. You will love it. Very interesting. I'm going to play it, and then you can listen to, if, in your opinion, if you think that the judiciary is going to disqualify him based on this evidence or not. The evidence is overwhelming, but like I say, in my opinion, it's not going to be disqualified. It's already win. It's already win, because the Nigerian system is so fraudulent. Anybody can buy anything and get out of it in Nigeria, especially when it comes to the people like our now president, that he has all the money in his pocket, Lagos State money in his pocket, so he can spend as many as he can. Now he was in the federal power. Now he got multiple of it, so he has untrackable money that he can spend to win the case. So let's just watch it. Your opinion might different to my opinion, like I always said. Okay, that doesn't mean I'm right or I'm wrong. That doesn't mean you're right or wrong. This is an opinion program. Everybody come on live program. We share our own opinion. It's me. You can come on live this live program too and share your own opinion. It it doesn't matter. Okay, how you feel or what you think or what your opinion is. Okay, it does not really matter. Your opinion might different to my own opinion. That's fine. But at the same time, it's still your own opinion and you have right to it. And when people have right to their own opinion, it means you can share your own opinion. You can take your phone, talk on live video, share your opinion, as long as you don't accuse anybody. You can bring your sometimes some people don't want to put their face on, especially in Nigeria, on the Facebook because they are too scared of the state, because they don't want the state to come after them. I understand. I understand. People don't want the state to say, hey, we're going to go after this person, which is understandable. So I understand that. But for that, you can come on my program, to come and share your opinion on what you think about all these things. Okay. If you don't want to show your face, you can call and then you can call to the WhatsApp number 817-677-8210. Let's just watch this program. For those of you that's watching me or that's going to watch me later, please share this program, like it. I'm not doing my program just because I want to make money or I want a follower. I just want to give people opportunity, come together and share their own opinion based on what we're feeling in our country and how things go, how you are feeling about the economic and everything. You can talk about maybe something come to your way that you want to talk about. Maybe something we don't even know before. You want to give us that information about it. Maybe something happened in your area. You want to talk about it. You can come on live program and talk about it. You can DM me and call me, we can talk about it, and then I'm going to bring it to live program. Maybe after live program, you can text me on WhatsApp 817-677-8210. We can talk about it. If something happened in your area, you don't want to show your face, just call me, let's talk about it, and then whenever I come on live program, I'm going to play it, I'm going to show you. If you have any video that you want to share, you don't want to share it through your Facebook or something or WhatsApp because of the state, you're scared not to show it, just send it to me. We play, we look into it, and then we share our own opinion on it. So before that, let's just watch this video. Then I will give you the opportunity to watch it. It's just an 8-minute video. It's not that long, and then we come back and talk about it. Just listen to it and pick your own point from it. All right.
How in the world did a lawyer who came to court as a witness to defend Tinubu turn around to justify and affirm everything that Labour Party said in their petition? Many people didn't pay attention to what happened in court. This man came into the courtroom with a lot of clout. He was flaunting his CV. He's been there, he's been here. But when the Labour Party lead counsel started questioning him, he started picking him apart one by one. First, he claimed that the $460,000 that Tinubu forfeited to the US government was a civil forfeiture, not a criminal one like Labour Party alleged. But when the erudite lawyer asked him if he knew that the judgment was based on a particular section of the US Constitution, he himself now turned around and accepted. He even went ahead to name the particular section. Do you know what? We checked that section. The judgment on the forfeiture that Tinubu made in the US was based on this section, USC 982. And this is what it says. Criminal forfeiture under 18 USC 982 involves confiscating property as part of a criminal conviction. This type of forfeiture is contingent upon the successful prosecution and conviction of someone for engaging in illegal activity, such as drug trafficking or money laundering. The gravity of this case, if Tinubu was still living in the United States by 1993, he will definitely be brought to court and sentenced. It's as simple as that. But because he was far away in Nigeria, they just had to make a call across. Also, remember that by that time in 1993, Nigeria didn't have any bilateral agreement with the United States as it concerns exchange of prisoners or people that have committed crime in each country, like it happened in the case of Buruji Kashamu. So if Nigeria had any kind of agreement with the United States by that time, they would have made an extradition request, as simple as that. Let's bring it down to Nigeria so that many people will understand the gravity of what happened. Imagine the NDLEA guys are taking some people and they eventually catch them and they start tracing their funds in the banks and they find out that someone, no matter how highly placed, that person is storing funds traced to narcotics in his account. They will go after that person. They will first of all block the account. And if they ever catch that person, what do you think that person will go through? At the end of the day, will the person turn around and say it was a civil forfeiture that he made to the NDLEA and the Nigerian government? No. In this situation, it is a criminal forfeiture. That was exactly what happened to Tinubu in the United States. Now, before we continue, many people will be saying, if it is true that Tinubu made a criminal forfeiture, why was he able to continue going to the United States thereafter? Yes, this is the angle and argument that his counsel is coming from. They want to prove that, hey, if he really committed a crime, he still continues going to the United States. Why hasn't he been arrested? That's why they tendered visas, copies of visas that he has gotten from the United States and has gone and come back. There are two reasons for this. Number one is that there's this policy in the United States. They don't seem to go after politically exposed persons abroad. Let's take, for instance, the indictment of Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar was indicted by a U.S. Senate committee because of money laundering. When he was vice president, he used his wife. It's an old news. Everyone knows about it. Some tens of millions he laundered to the United States. So the U.S. Senate committee indicted Atiku Abubakar with some other African politicians. But they didn't go after Atiku Abubakar. They didn't make an extradition request. Because of what? Because Atiku Abubakar is a politically exposed person. He has a potential to become the president. Their patriotism is to their own country alone. They don't care. If you guys elect a thief or whoever to rule you, that's your problem. Theirs is to protect their own interest. When they see someone that has become a president, maybe a dubious person, they will say, this guy, do we have a dossier on this guy? Let's open it. So whatever information they have about you, they will use it as a leverage. They will say, we want this resource from you. We want this social natural resource from you. This company needs this, it needs that. And if you're not negotiating very well with them, they will tell you, we know about this, we know about that. That will just put you in shape because you will not want anyone to know about your secret. That's why they tap phones. They want to know every information. So that's the major reason they forgot about it. It's not like it didn't happen, but it's just that it is a form of leverage that they will use when they want to use it. The second reason is that it doesn't make sense for the Justice Department to start going after someone you've recovered money from. It doesn't make economic, even legal sense, because the money you recovered it, you will now start spending another money to prosecute the person in court. So the state has nothing else to gain except lose, because they will spend money to prosecute the person, still spend money on the person in prison. While the person is imprisoned, he will be fed. He'll be taken care of. If he falls sick, the state will take care of the person. So the state has simply nothing to gain again after recovering thousands of dollars from their illegal activity. Even without the confirmation from the witness that Tinubu's forfeiture in the United States was a criminal one, the judges already know. Between them, they have many years of experience on the bench. So when they see a case, they make their own research, they have the experience, despite everything being before them, all the evidence, all the judgment, however it was done, everything is before them, but they will still make their own research to be double sure that it is the way it happened. Then they will pass their judgment. And Tinubu should seriously be worried. This time, there's no way he can get out of this. This is straight disqualification. People shouldn't be worried about the outcome of this petition. Because, however it turns out, if after looking at all the evidence they still say no, he didn't do anything, then we are all in it together. The next general elections, you won't see people coming out to vote because there's no need. You won't blame them. Their vote won't count. It didn't count this year. It's the next election that it will count. And if people don't come out to vote, they will rig it. It will become a selection process. And if people are selected, they will not do anything in office. They won't perform. They won't execute any project. They will just be writing all the money off because they don't have anyone to impress. You didn't vote them. They were selected by the party and people in power. So what will ultimately happen? It will make Nigeria a failed state, as simple as that, because nothing will work. So we are all in it together. Maybe, who knows, by that time they will be comparing Nigeria with Somalia. Yes, that's the level we will fall if they refuse to do the right thing. So people shouldn't worry about the outcome. Whatever the outcome, we are all in it together. You can't run away because it's turn by turn Nigeria Limited. No matter how highly placed you are in Nigeria, you are still affected by what is happening in Nigeria. You can't run away from it, except you go abroad and live. Yes, that's the only way you can run away from it. Now, let's look at the question that is on everyone's lips. People are asking why, what is going to happen to P2B, that they tendered evidence that his name wasn't on the register in Anambra before the election. The question that many people should ask is why? Why should a so-called winner of an election seeking to disqualify the loser? Isn't that strange? Besides, the section they are relying on in the Electoral Act didn't say that the party or any party will stop accepting new members after submitting their register to INEC 30 days before the primaries. So the party still has the right to continue accepting new members, and they cannot be updating their register every day and be delivering to INEC before the primaries. There's also a unanimous appeal court judgment that threw away the matter before the election. They went as far as awarding 200,000 to P2B and others. So people shouldn't worry. We'll get more details about this judgment in tomorrow's video. Thanks for watching.
All right. Welcome back to the program. I hope you watched that video. It's very interesting analysis. Uh, I decided to play this video for you because some people have asked me about this video.
Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us on the program. So tonight we delve in.
They always give us the analysis. I told people you can subscribe to
into the highly.
It's a very, very, very interesting channel. Net Media. He always break down a lot of questions that people always ask. There are many questions that people ask that someone like me might not be able to answer because I can't answer many questions. It's not my job to answer questions. It's my ideology is not to share my own opinion. So if you ask me a question, I can only answer you in my own opinion. So, and that doesn't make it a fact. It might not be the right answer that you are expecting for. So I always follow this guy, Net Media. Please follow him. It's on YouTube and on Facebook, Net Media. Every time that's going on in tribunal, I always break it down. Even after the tribunal, he still always break a lot of things down for us. So you want to watch it, you want to listen to all this video. Okay, you might have a lot of answer for your question. But when it comes to the opinion, my own opinion, I can share my own opinion based on what I know, what I see, and what I feel. And it might be the same thing as your own opinion, or it might be different. We might have a different opinion. That's fine. That's nothing wrong about that. Okay. It's the opinion is just a personal thing. That doesn't make it a fact, like I always say. But you still have a right to. I still have a right to my own opinion. So before I end up the program today, okay, I know it's almost going to 47 minutes. So for those of you that's watching me probably on Facebook or YouTube, Instagram. We have an Instagram, we have a Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Okay, you can join me, you can follow me. Please share this program. I don't do the recording program like that people will do, like record the program and upload it. I don't do that. Like try to create a context, like people will creating a content, record the uh, video, you know, say something and just upload it. I don't do that. I only do the live program. Okay. I come on live, I share my opinion, I talk about what I feel about Nigeria or what is going on in our society. And that's it. And I put it out there. So if you have any opinion about it, you can type your message, you can contact me. I have a phone number there. So that is how I do my own thing. So other than that, everything is it's just based on the opinion. So uh, I would like every one of you to uh, join me later in the day. If you have time, you can join me later in the day for the program, and then we can share our own opinion based on what is going on. Then you can tell me about the economy situation in your area. How much is the fuel? How much you buy food and stuff in your environment? So, which is okay. Okay, so join me in my next program, live program. If you have something to say, you can DM me, send me a DM like you want to join me a live program, and then I will send you the link direct, and then you can come, you can join live and talk about things you might want to share about. For some of you that I always send a link, I know everybody busy, but that's fine. So I'm gonna come back to live program later in the day. I might give you a head. If not, if I'm live program, you can just put the notification so that you can know whenever I'm on live program, and then we can talk about it. So I thank every one of you that have been watching wherever you're watching from. For those of you that's watching in Nigerian, in the US, UK, I know we always have a time difference. I understand. So because of that, we always miss each other whenever I come on live program. Time difference is a really really big issue. But being said that, I thank you. I appreciate every one of you. I'm going to see you in the next program later in the day. And have a blessed, wonderful day for now.